Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jeremy and Andrew Show. And now, here are your hosts, Jeremy and Andrew.
Hey, welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Jeremy and Andrew Show.
I'm Jeremy H.
And I'm Andrew G. Thanks for being here with us.
And the G stands for greatness.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, it is January 22nd.
Yes,
and
it is.
It's cold and dark. And I'm doing dry January. If you haven't noticed, no drink right here. Look at that.
Oh, my whole life is dry January.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That seems like a miserable existence. No, I'm sure it's a good thing. I'm sure eventually my liver will tell me to do the same thing.
Oh, eventually your liver is going to be like, fuck you, I'm done.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just going to walk out on me. Thank you guys for watching the show. As always, I'm going to say the same bullshit I always say. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell. And that's it. I'll say it that one time. Let's see what's going on in your world, Jeremy H.
I'm boring. Like, do you really want to hear about the fascinating model cars that I've started?
No, not really. Have you ever made a battle bot though? Because that I'd like to hear about.
No, I've not.
Do you know what a battle bot is?
Yeah, it's one of those remote control robots that's with a flamethrower. And,
Did you ever watch that show, Battle Bots?
Yeah, with a big ass drill bit.
That show is my shit.
Like a baseball bat.
The craziest ones were the designs that were like very, very simple.
Yeah.
But it was just like something that would just fucking spin like, fucking 80 miles per hour. That would always do damage because the other one would look intimidating and like scary. It would have like, a bulldozer on the front of it or like a big fucking drill. And then that it would be like a little simple design just going 80 miles an hour. Like they'd put a lawnmower fucking motor in it and it would just fuck everything else up.
They rewired a vacuum cleaner.
Where's the suction at? Don't go in the garage, mama. Yeah, I used to love BattleBots. It was on like Comedy Central or something back in the day, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was. Because I think the commentators were kind of funny, I guess, and the whole concept of these really nerdy dudes putting together this crazy thing, and then they would shoot it like they were like MMA fighters, like, yeah, it's gonna be a tough battle, but I think we can go out there and we can do it.
Then they adjust their pocket protector.
Yeah. That was a thing too. I think if I remember right, there might have been two shows that were similar, but I thought there was like they would almost it was like the pit shop in between rounds. They could kind of make little modifications, to try to get it working again. Like if their BattleBot made it on the next round, because it's like then you kind of have to have somewhat of a fair fight, like an even fight. Man, I wonder if you can BattleBots. I haven't seen that anywhere. Now MythBusters, that was my shit.
Oh yeah,
talk about being nerdy. I fucking love MythBusters. You can still watch that. Like I've seen those seasons out. BattleBots, I feel like that's just gone away. Probably because they're getting us ready for the actual robots.
Fun fact: before Grant Imahara was on MythBusters, he was one of those guys, manning a giant brick remote on BattleBots.
Oh really?
Yeah.
There you go. See, we're connecting the worlds. I forget if it was Adam or what's the other guy's name?
Jamie.
I think it was Adam, or it might have been the both of them. They designed the it was like the Mountain Dew commercial where the Mountain Dew would just like fucking come out of the machine 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made that, which is pretty cool.
That's kind of sad that Adam and Jamie they don't get along anymore.
That happens to anybody that's around. Like they were together for a very long time,
and they're very different personalities.
Extremely, yeah. I mean, the fact that they lasted as long as they did is pretty crazy.
Adam's the more gregarious one.
Yeah, Jamie's very quiet and reserved.
Yeah, he might have autism.
They were good together, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I liked how they balanced each other out. The Adam was on YouTube because I was showing my kids how to make like a tinfoil ball and like get it really really smoothed out. So I pulled up a couple videos online, and Adam is doing one of those. Like he makes like this perfect aluminum foil ball that looks like a cannonball, And then at the end, he cuts it in half, and you see all the layers and shit. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, he has a vibrant YouTube channel, which I watch on occasion. Like, he'll build like different types of models.
Now, who was the chick that died? She was trying to break the sound barrier, right?
She stepped in for Carrie when Carrie was pregnant. I don't remember her name.
Oh.
And yes,
did you know he died?
Yes.
I didn't know Grant died.
Just out of the blue, just of a brain aneurysm.
Jessie Combs.
Yeah.
I liked her.
Yeah, I didn't mind her, but
I thought she was really good.
Carrie was my bae.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they both are dead. They were on the show together around the same time, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just one day out of the
Wild.
blue that I don't know if this was Jamie and Adam's decision that they just axed Grant, Tori, and Carrie, and it was just them.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess they were almost like doing side missions, And
Yeah,
then Adam and Jamie were doing like the main objective, but then they were all kind of just doing like side missions.
They
sort of things.
all five of them very rarely just did a big project.
Yeah. I really don't remember them doing that much at all. I think they did a couple where like they were all in cars and like they had to crash into things and but I didn't even know that it says
Yeah, we barely knew you, Grant, and we miss you.
die suddenly January 13th, 2020. Interesting. I mean, who really dies suddenly? A lot of people these days, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, he was 49. Interesting. Well, this show took a turn. I feel like we just start talking about people and everybody's dead that we start talking about. Adam and Jamie still going strong, though, so good for those guys. That's good.
I still watch their channel. Like, Adam's channel, I still learn from it because I'm an avid model builder.
Yeah, there was a time where I was just watching, there was like a Mythbusters marathon for like a week, and I watched every episode that I could. It was so good, I couldn't stop watching it.
And was that on TLC or Discovery?
I think it was Discovery. It might have been initially on TLC and then later on Discovery.
Yeah, that was back.
But I'm pretty sure that I was watching the marathon on Discovery.
Yeah, that was back when TLC didn't put white trash on TV.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yes.
There's another one dead. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Sorry, you said TLC, so I had to bring it back to the
Oh.
Yeah. You missed it. See, you said TLC, and you're like, what am I talking about?
Yeah,
See that? Comedy genius, this guy. Actually, I'm just fucking retarded, and I'm all over the place.
Hashtag a little autism.
Hashtag. This video is playing in the background.
That was a beautiful flying clothesline. Road Warrior, Hawk, and Animal would be proud.
Yeah, that's, I mean, to jump that high. I mean, he really wanted to get that judge and beat the shit out of her. More and more, I don't understand it. I mean, I'm not doing this as much, but before I had my job, I mean, there was times where I'm just scrolling on Instagram like crazy, just fucking watching reel after reel. Same thing on YouTube, watching shorts. So many videos of these fucking people that are at like these car rallies, and they're doing donuts, and somebody gets fucking hit with the car, or multiple people get hit with the car. Their shoes and their pants fly off, and they just fucking pop back up like it was nothing.
Yeah, and it's never like a Kia Elantra. It's like a souped up Mustang or a Hellcat
every time. Yeah,
and like
because they stole it and they're destroying it, then they burn them out. And then they actually literally fucking just rev them till they overheat and smoke and burst into flames.
Yesterday, I was driving down 76 to take a person to a rehab, and just out of nowhere, like a Hellcat, just with obviously a modified exhaust, just comes out of nowhere. The engine is really loud, scares the shit out of me. It's trying to pawn itself off as like a fake police car. It's got the lights.
Oh, really?
But you're not fooling anyone when you got that big ass rice wing.
Yeah, on the back.
Yeah.
You're in the city a lot, driving. Have you seen the like the bike gangs?
Absolutely.
You have the 4x4s and or 4-wheelers and and what do they have? Mopeds and shit.
They have all kinds of shit.
Yeah. What is it with that shit? I guess as long as you don't really disrupt them, they ride past you. I've seen them just like jump on people's windows or knock somebody's rear view mirror or side mirror off of their car.
I don't know, but anytime I see them, they have the right of way.
Yeah.
In my mind, true. They have the right of way.
Yeah, they do. They always have the right of way. You're right.
I was in Kensington yesterday and trying to pick somebody up, and just some brainiac on a 4-wheeler just ran a red light, doing a wheelie.
It was just him, or did he have a few other people?
It was just him.
See, I feel like when it's just one, come on, you got to stop that shit. But I kind of get it when there's 45 of them. Like, what are you gonna do? But obviously, 45 of them is more dangerous than one at one point. Yeah. But I know what they're dealing with in fucking Kensington. They're not doing anything. They're just trying to survive the zombie apocalypse that's going on over there.
Yeah, Kensington is one of the few places in Philadelphia that actually scares me.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was. I'm sure it's even worse now, but months ago, I think it was even over the summer of 23, there was drone footage of the drone be flying around Kensington and stuff. And my God, it's fucking looks like Fallujah. It's insane.
Yeah, it is. Just so much misery and sadness there.
Then you see videos of Kiev and people are partying at nightclubs and shit. And it looks like fucking looks better than Kensington. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, some of those.
I don't know about now, but
some of those biker guys, they'll ride a souped up or rice bike, and I'm supposed to be impressed that you have a GSXR 1000 with an extended swing arm. Your bike is stock with a swing arm.
Jeremy shitting on their bikes.
Well, you have to understand that I grew up around motorcycles. My dad souping up the cylinder heads. My dad used to have the baddest pro street motorcycle on the East Coast in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
You bought something from Summit and you put it on your bike and you got a big tire. And
looks flashy, I guess.
It looks flashy, but your bike ain't shit.
I picture your dad as always having a car that was on blocks with the hood up and no engine in it. He's just always trying to fix something up.
No, my dad drove a minivan for the majority of his time.
So the motorcycle was his thing then?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he poured cylinder heads for a living. He still does.
Oh, wow.
But, me and him, every year for my birthday, we used to go to the track, Maple Grove. Mm-hmm. And, whenever we went to the track, it's he owned the track. He always knew somebody very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're in that world, I'm sure he gets to know a lot of people.
And sometimes he would go into people's pits that he didn't even know. If I do that and you do that, we're getting a punch to the face.
Tire iron.
Yes, when he does that, it's cool.
Well, sounds like a cool dude. That's I don't know anything about fucking cars or bikes or anything, man. My brothers, they're both car guys. My brother, the automotive junkie, he's got a YouTube page.
Now you got to plug it.
JG Whips, that's what it is, the automotive junkie. And then JG Whips is my other brother. They both have like car YouTube pages. I could fucking care less. My dad's a car guy too. I don't know. It's one of those things where I was like, I don't know. I guess I was more into drugs. I want to take a ride on the wild side.
It sounds like I know what I'm talking about, but whenever my dad tried to get me out in the garage to help him out, I wanted to play Super Nintendo.
Oh, really?
Just being around him,
scary.
No, I sounds like I know what I'm talking about, but if you go like one layer deeper, I am clueless.
I thought it was going to be like Christmas Story, like you're holding the nuts and bolts, and if you dropped it and you're like, fuck, he would just like beat the shit out of you.
No, my dad...
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
He is a good guy.
But it's a lot of pressure when you're helping your dad out and you don't hold the flashlight exactly where he needs it to be, and he just goes... Ugh.
When I say my brothers are car guys too, like they've never worked on a car in their life. Like, they just buy a car, drive it off the lot, let it depreciate, and then they go and get another car. My dad, he had a new car like every other fucking year, or every year, man.
I've helped my dad take a motor out of a Suzuki Hayabusa. That's how deep my dad is. He's been a machinist for 40 or 50 years.
You got to use one of those big lifts with the chain?
No, when something is that big, it's just two dudes with muscles.
Really?
Yeah.
How fucking heavy is that?
It's heavy enough, but...
Really?
But it's just light enough that, you don't need a cherry picker.
Oh, it's a motorcycle engine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. That makes sense. Suzuki.
But I am clueless. I have never changed my own oil.
Yeah. My uncle used to do that, and then he did it for a long time, and then he fucked up one time doing something, and that one time he fucked up doing something, he should have he could have paid for all his oil changes throughout his whole entire life with whatever he had to get done.
Like I've seen my dad do it a million times, but whenever I go under the hood of a car, I'm just like, no, this is scary.
Where's the clit? Yeah, no, definitely not a car guy. I wish I was. I'm jealous of all that shit. I hate Star Wars. I hate fucking Star Trek. I'm jealous of all these fucking nerds at Comic-Con. I don't like cars. I don't know. Like I said, you give me a bag of mushrooms and I'll have a really good fucking time. But other than that, I don't know. Yeah, video games are fun. I do like that. But.
Yeah, I like video games, even though I kind of feel like video games have partially passed me by.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, yeah. I have a PlayStation 5. My kids play games, so that helps. They stay engaged with it, and but yeah, I mean, I just play like Madden, and I was playing a little bit of like Red Dead Redemption at one point. Got back into that, but yeah, I don't know. It's I don't have the time to just sit there and play for hours on end. I want to do that.
Exactly.
I would do that.
Like Red Dead is made for people who are unemployed.
Yes, 100%. Without kids. Yeah, I agree.
And when I play video games, I want instant satisfaction, gratification, which is why I love the wrestling video games. I can pile drive somebody in 3 minutes.
Throw them through a table.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those were fun. Those were really fun.
Actually, I still have my old N64 games.
Oh yeah,
including the Japanese ones.
Do you have an N64?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Hashtag virginity.
Hashtag. Have you tried to fire that up at all?
It's been a couple months. It probably still works.
Oh, a couple months? Are you serious?
Yeah, the last
okay.
the last time I fired up my N64, it worked.
Okay. When you said it's been a couple months, I thought you're fucking with me. But yeah, okay, you're playing 64 a few months ago. That's good. No, N64 was awesome. 007 or GoldenEye back in the day, man. Whew. That was like the first grappling hook. Oh my god, when you could grapple and shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking butt. You ever played Clay Fighters? This is a deep cut. No? Yeah, Clay Fighters. If you're out there, I know a few of you may have played it. So, as I said, I am doing the dry January. At this point, it's early in January when we're shooting this. When this comes out, it'll be a bit later in January. So, you have to tune in next Monday to see if I've stuck with this. I think I am. I think I'm going to.
So how are you feeling? Like a
I feel good. Yesterday there was a few urges where I was like, oh man, I do really want to have like a nice cocktail or just chug a beer, but I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna get through January. We'll see what happens come the Super Bowl. Then I'll probably. I was even thinking of doing January and February, and I was like, I'm gonna want to drink for the Super Bowl, but I could drink and then just not drink after that. Well, there's a concept, right?
Yeah, just drink for the holiday, then switch to like Coke Zero or something.
Which is probably worse for you. No, I'm just kidding. I was thinking though, when it comes to psychological operations that are sticky government plays and the deep state players, I really think prohibition may have been one of the first psyops on the American people. Because how else do you get people to openly consume poison and actually pay for it?
Then to take it away?
Yep. Take it away and say, you can't have it. The Cartman effect or whatever. When he bought the, you see that? He bought the amusement park and because he wanted to just ride the rides and he said nobody else can come in. And then everybody was like clamoring to get in. But then he realized like he needed to let people come in and pay because like the rides were breaking down and he needed people to help work it. So then like the day he opens, like it's just fucking tons of people come in, and then he like hates owning the amusement park because now he can't just like ride the rides for free or by himself. I guess you didn't see that one.
It's probably been a few years since I've watched South Park. 20.
I just binged the new season the other day. I haven't seen the stuff on Paramount, but I just binge watched season 27 or whatever it was. It was only like 8 episodes, but it was funny, man. They're still fucking really good.
And it seems like that show has evolved with the times.
Oh yeah, I mean, initially it was fart jokes and aliens and Cartman's fat ass and Kyle's a Jew and it was like initially it was just that, but then it really evolved into like talking about current events in an incredibly satirical way that was like very clever, and it almost doesn't even dawn on you what they're referencing until like 5 minutes till the end of the episode, and then you're just like, oh shit, that was great. That was really good.
Like,
or maybe I'm just dumb.
Like Matt and Trey, probably when they first started South Park, were probably pretty left leaning, but then the world changed around them.
Yeah,
and they're.
I don't know what they are, to be honest. I think
and I think that's okay.
Yeah, I think they pretty much stay. They fucking make fun of both sides really well.
That's if you're going to be doing that type of show, you have to be willing to trash your own views.
Well, and that's why Chef is no longer with them. He was the Scientologist. Scientology episode got to him so much. And it's like, hey, man, like, it's either all okay or none of it's okay. Get the fuck out. And then they killed him off. Do you remember them killing him off with all the little sound bites, too? Like, that whole episode, it was like sound bites. Was that the Nambla episode? Did they make him a kid fucker? I think they even did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Isaac Hayes passes away, so they can't bring him back even if they wanted to.
Well, they could bring him back through AI and sound bites at this point, no problem. And he shits all over himself at the end too. Oh, that's too good, man.
So can we go back and reverse a second? Talk about dry January.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I became straight edge is when my friends in high school started experimenting, going to parties, drinking, doing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
It all kind of scared me, and I was afraid to try new things.
Mm-hmm.
So I never did.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things. It kind of depends on what drugs people are doing. My uncle, he's been sober for 30 plus years now. But, I mean, back in the day, he was running with gangs and he was doing everything under the sun. I mean, angel dust was his drug of choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, later on in life, when my mom would find out that I'm smoking weed or something, in her mind, that is like what she saw him doing. Like, weed is PCP. Like, she came home and the TV's off and he's drawing on the television with his fingers. That's what she thought. Like, pretty much all drugs are. But yeah, I mean, if you're around especially if maybe it's one of your friends and you see them drastically change, that could maybe be like, ah, fuck, like they're an asshole now. Like, they used to be fun or whatever. But that also could be like, he wanted to get high and fucked up and you didn't, and now you weren't friends anymore because of that. And then it was like, well, I'm cool playing Nintendo. I don't need to fucking do drugs. Which is good. You shouldn't do drugs. It's a good thing. Penn Jillette, one of the funniest and best magicians that I know, is he's been sober his whole life. Never dropped alcohol or any drugs or cigarette or anything.
And I'm 44 and I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
Yeah. No, I mean at this point I don't think you really are. I think it goes a couple ways. We talked about it before with a few comedians where they kind of, when they're really young, 12, 13, 14, 15, their teenage years, they're just getting really fucked up, and by the time they're 25, they're sober, and then they're sober for decades. I think it could go that way as well. I was kind of I was pretty prude. I was a very straight edge kid, didn't want to do anything, and then I turned 18 and I had my first cigar just because I could, and it was like, oh yeah, this is I'm gonna have that. And then I think it was somebody's graduation party, and we had with the big bottles of rosé, and we had a bar, and I never really touched anything, but at that point I was like, I never got drunk before, let me get drunk. I was like, and that was one of the best drunks ever, that first wine drunk. And ever since then, I'm chasing the dragon. Then you end up going to high school parties and having a few beers, or then you end up crashing with your friends. You smoke a little bit, and then a little bit by bit by bit.
And I was never invited to high school parties. I was not cool enough.
I really wasn't either. It took a while to get there. More my senior year, I think. There was more of that, but
the only exception is
more college than anything.
The only exception is I will pour a bottle of Yingling in my chili, which doesn't exactly count.
No, it doesn't. I think also if you've drank a little bit in high school and then when you do turn 21 and you're in college, then it's like, well, I can just go buy this shit now, very easily. And I had a beard when I was younger. At one point, I actually did put on nice pants, a button-down shirt, and a tie. And I walked into, I don't even know, maybe I didn't have a tie on. I think I just had a nice button-down shirt and nice pants and stuff. Walked into Wine and Spirit right around 5:30 when everybody else was getting done work. Grabbed 2 handles. They don't card you. That's probably one of the worst places they don't card you at all at the state stores. You go to Wegmans and you get a beer, a light beer, they're gonna card you. They card you for every fucking drop of alcohol. The state store, I don't think I've ever been asked for ID once in my entire life going to the state store.
No, you have to look really, really young, like you.
I was 18.
Peach fuzz.
I was 18, but I was
5'3".
I was either 17 or 18, but I was able to have a beard because I was Valjean in Les Mis. And nobody else, I was in a private school, nobody else is allowed to have a beard. Like, other guys are supposed to be clean shaven. But I was allowed to have a beard because of that. And that I remember going to the liquor store and being able to do that because, I had a full beard and everything. It's pretty cool. I was a cool kid. What can I say?
You went to Pius. You weren't that cool.
Yeah, small pond. So we are already at like the 30-minute mark plus here, but we're gonna do something we haven't done before. I think it might be fun. We'll see. If not, I'll just cut it out. No, I'm not gonna cut it out. We're gonna give it a shot here. So I don't know if you ever did this when you were growing up. Mad Libs.
Yeah, I've done Mad Libs.
Yeah, I fucking dude. I would laugh my shaft off. Like, I thought Mad Libs was one of the funniest fucking things when I was a kid. So I got a Mad Libs book. It's called Adult Mad Libs, and it's I guess a food and wine edition or some shit. But yeah, we're gonna give it a shot here. Jeremy, we'll start with you. You can give me the nouns, the adjectives. If you're not sure what something is, just let me know. Don't be embarrassed. And then we'll read it and see if it's funny. Yeah. So let's start with a noun. So,
Puppy.
all right. You can make this dirty, all right? No, fuck YouTube and their strikes. Adjective.
Beautiful. Is that a...
Yep, descriptive word. Number.
8. Lucky number.
Very good. Part of the body, but it needs to be plural.
Toes.
He's good at this, guys. He's really good at this. Color.
Blue.
You wait till see what I say compared to Jeremy. I'm gonna be so fucking dirty and disgusting. Another noun. And I haven't read any of this yet. We're doing this right off the cuff here.
Printer.
Verb past tense.
Verb past tense.
Action word past tense.
Ran.
Person in the room, male, in parentheses. Even Mad Libs is not woke.
Oh,
Just a person, a guy.
in the room?
Like a guy's name.
Paul.
Another noun. Last noun of this, bitch.
Camera.
Camera. An animal.
Husky.
Another animal.
Tiger.
I fucking love Mad Libs. This is gonna be great. Seriously. Adverb. I hope this is entertaining for people. If not, we'll just put music over.
Adverb. What the fuck's an adverb?
Adverb is like a descriptive action word. Adverb is the word. Generally, fortunately, interestingly, accordingly. I guess it's like a descriptive word with "ly" at the end.
Shittily.
Beautiful. Adjective.
Adjective. That's a descriptive word. I swear I did get good grades in my English classes, but it's been a while.
It gets confusing. I'm the same way.
Adjective. Adjective.
This is actually pretty good.
Descriptive word. Clean?
Clean?
Is clean a adjective?
Yeah. 2 more here. Type of liquid, and then an exclamation.
Clorox. Exclamation.
Yeah, just like a exclamation word, I guess.
Hooray.
All right, here we go, people. Every Sunday, rain or puppy, my Italian grandma, or Nona, as we call her, would cook a beautiful feast. By 8 o'clock, the entire family would be licking their toes in anticipation. Early in the day, Nona began her blue sauce. That sounds delicious. None of us knew for sure, but Dad used to tell us that a sprinkle of printer and a dash of oregano were her secrets to the seasoning. The pasta was more controversial. Nona checked if it was finished by holding it in her hand and watching how it ran. But our Uncle Paul the Knuckle, would throw a few noodles against the camera to see if they stuck. One thing we all agreed on was known as meatballs. She mixed husky and veal together with a little tiger thrown in for good luck. Hey, that actually makes sense. She shittily handcrafted each ball to create the most clean thing we'd ever tasted. And before we ate, Nona would pour a glass of Clorox and exclaim, "Hooray!"
Some of that made sense, some of that didn't.
Not bad though. That is still fun. I'm still enjoying it. This is pretty good. This one, you got to do this one for me.
She blew the sauce because she needed the
animals and
money.
All right, let's see. I can read it if you want, or you can read it, but
Okay.
let's just get the words in here.
All right, we need an animal.
Monkey.
Monkey, okay, a noun.
Kmart.
All right, now an adjective.
Horny.
All right, we need a number in a color.
69 black.
You're so provocative. Verb ending in ing.
Shitting.
All right, type of liquid.
Urine. See how dirty I can be?
All right, we need an exclamation.
Fuck!
All right, we need a silly word.
Shabby dabby doo.
All right, that's going to take a second for me to write.
We'll also accept shabba dabba ding dong. Whatever you want to do there is fine.
Okay. First name, male.
Carl.
Plural noun.
Plural noun. Cars. Yeah, we're getting it back to normal here.
All right, an adjective.
Ugly.
An animal.
Cow.
A verb.
Fall. Falling. Fall or falling, depending on what works.
No, let's do
Falling would be the verb, right?
All right, a noun.
Schoolyard.
All right, person in room, a name.
Just any name.
Is this person in room?
Like one of us?
I don't know.
Jeremy.
And a verb ending in ing.
Fucking. God, you love that. Fuck can be so many things.
All right.
Here we go.
Good morning, honey monkey. Can you please swing by the supermarket today and pick up a few things we need? A fresh Kmart melon. Make sure to squeeze it first to see if it's horny.
That's true.
69 black apples. The kind you use for shitting. 1 carton of urine. Don't forget to...
A carton of urine?
Yes. Don't forget to check the expiration point. Fuck! We don't want a repeat of what happened last time. A large box of Shabby Dabby Doo O's. The one with a picture of Carl the tiger on the front. A dozen cars. Make sure their shells aren't broken. 2 packages of ugly range cow breasts.
Nice.
And don't forget to fall at the deli counter. We need sliced schoolyard for little Jeremy's lunch.
Aw, little Jeremy.
When you get home, the cleaning and fucking lists are on the fridge. Enjoy your day off.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that as much as we did. God, I love Mad Libs. Still hits.
I come off like such a prude in my...
Nah, it got good. Listen, we're going to end it here. Again, in the comments, let us know. Do you like the Mad Libs? Do you like the Would You Rathers? Do you like, our comedy breakdown on different comedians? What do you want to see more of? We want to give you guys what you enjoy the most. And hopefully you just enjoy us, because we're Jeremy and Andrew. This has been another Jeremy and Andrew show. As always, like, share, subscribe, check me out. YouTube, Instagram, AndrewG.comedy, and
Jeremy Hupsher for everything.
Love you guys. See you soon.
Hey, thanks for watching The Jeremy and Andrew Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. New show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern.